Velvet! You're really all right.
Oh, thank heavens! It's so good to see you.
Sounds
Where
pretty
have you
good
been
from
all
a
this
fake
time?
person.
You never even wrote.
But I don't. I thought the whole village was wiped out that day.
Yeah, it nearly was.
But just when we thought it was all over, Arthur, Lord Artorias saved us.
No,
Lord Artorias.
It was his doing in the first place. He sacrificed Laphicet.
It really was a shame what happened to that poor boy.
That's all you have to say? A shame? My brother Laffy died
I'm sorry. Truly, I am. But you can't lose hope, dear.
He's right. What counts is that your brother's still alive.
Oh. Oh.
He's
Oh, no.
alive.
He's
Oh.
in your house. Don't worry, we've all pitched in to take care of him.
I don't.
Velvet.
Gonna be another Laphicet in town. Get out of here, kid. You fake Laphicet.
Velvet. Let's go to your house and see.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Yeah, let me go buy some things I need. Life bottles, mostly. And get a couple of those. Not too many, they're expensive. And just like that, I'm out of money. Excellent. Okay. I don't know. You're pretty convincing for some fake people. If you were alive this whole time, why didn't you send word? Where were you and what were you up to? Leave her be. She's back home now. That's all that matters for now. I really hope he's like a stuffed, like, I don't know, cushion. And we get there and we're like, what is this? This isn't Laffy. And then the people come in slowly with, like, pitchforks and a deranged look in their eye. There'll be plenty of time to catch up later. Go home and see Laphicet. Welcome back, Velvet. I can't express how happy I am to see you safe. Celica must have been watching over you. No, not you. Velvet, Laphicet is... Just go and see him. Alright, the way... There's one of two things happening here. One is that Laphicet is, like, irreparably damaged. Or he's a fake. It's one or the other here. There's nothing else in between. Let me go see if these people will let me steal my food from them. No. Oh. Pigs. We missed you, Velvet. Look. Ortholina became a mommy while you were gone. This new little kitten is called... Otholina-ina. Otholina-ina. Meow. Mew mew. Hey, it's Velvet. I haven't seen you since I was a kid. It's been like 3 years. I guess that's a long time for a kid that age, though. He went from being like... He's like 6 now, and he's probably like 3. When's Mommy coming back? Oh, don't worry. She'll be back. Someday. She's just gone out to the park. For 3 long years. They already went that way. At least it's a lot less gloomy than it used to be. It used to be terribly gloomy here.
Laffy's alive?
What's wrong?
Well, that didn't break it.
Next time you suspect an illusory art, test out your theory on yourself.
You think we're all seeing an illusion?
It's possible. It wouldn't be the first time.
But an entire village? That shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't be, no.
How do we approach this? Try to break it apart at the seams somehow?
No. For now, We and our enemies share the same goal. Come on. Help me look for the Therian.
Sure.
I think I'll stick with Velvet.
I won't stop you.
Keep a close eye on her. I don't think she's entirely right in the head at the moment.
Yeah.
I agree with Eisen. I think I do. It's just like, let's see if the seam is right here. They just punch some random villager in the face. Velvet? Is it really you? You're alive. I'm so glad. Nico was right all along. Have you seen Laphicet? He's been waiting for you. Can you imagine though? We're gonna kick our the new Laphicet out. If this is true, he's gonna become new party member. It's gonna be great. Come on, Laphicet, let's go on adventures. Let your sister show you how she eats things with her arm. Oh, what if Laphicet's the Therian? Oh, that's gonna be fun. I hope Laphicet's the Therian. Nico's a good second, but I think Laphicet would be slightly better. IMO.
My home. It hasn't changed a bit.
We need to be careful, Velvet. Eisen thinks this could be a trap.
You think Nico and everyone are being controlled?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, we do.
It's just...
You think it could be Melchior's doing. But even so... It's not going to work on me.
You're insane. People can fight
I'm
against
glad you
pain,
noticed.
but...
I won't be deceived by this.
Quick,
You're
Eisen,
opening
punch
your
him in the
room.
face.
You're warm. Luffy, you're really alive. Luffy?
He's been asleep. Ever since that day. I found him at the shrine. Collapsed on the ground. His wounds healed, but he's never woken up.
If he's still alive, that's all that matters. I'll find a way to wake you again, Luffy. I swear I will. We'll be together. I still have to thank you for this comb after all.
So that's where Velvet's comb came from.
Starting to have an identity crisis, Laffy? I feel like I would.
Did Lord Artorias really try to sacrifice such a defenseless child?
What's wrong, Laphicet? You don't look like your usual perky self.
I'm okay. I'm just glad Velvet's all right.
What? Your name is Laphicet too? What a weird coincidence!
Yeah.
Nervous laughter.
Hey, sorry about all that, you guys.
Don't worry about it. What are we going to do now?
If it were me, I'd make Laphicet something he really likes for dinner tonight. He can handle soup. Maybe he'll notice the smell of your cooking and it'll wake him up.
Yeah, maybe I should. Would you watch after him while I go buy what I need?
Of course. I am at your beck and call.
Is there anything I can do to help too?
Yes, please. I'll need you to be my taste tester.
Look at Velvet. I think I saw a smile right there. It was very strange.
I wonder if they've
I don't know what
located
it
the
is.
Therian.
Let's just leave that to them.
You're not curious?
Of course I am, but for right now, I want to stay close to Velvet. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Something more important than finding the Therian?
Yeah. My stomach is twisted, and I've got a chill up my spine. I'm really scared.
Very well. I trust your feelings. We'll leave the Therian to Rokuro and Eisen, and stay with Velvet then.
Thanks, Eleanor.
Magilu, what will you do?
Whatever I feel like.
I shouldn't have asked.
Thanks anyway, Magilu. Are you sure you're doing the right thing? In the end, whatever happens, happens. Wiser words never spoken, right?
All right, first I'm going to whip up my special quiche. And then I'll throw in tomato and egg soup. And some pudding.
I didn't even know your face had smile muscles.
For real though, whenever this does end up like breaking and Velvet gets betrayed or whatever, this is like seriously going to scar her for the rest of her life. And then she's just gonna be like, I'll murder Artorias 1,000 times. Beside a grave marker for Arthur and Celica's unborn child stands the gravestone of Velvet's parents and her sister Celica. Inscribed upon the tiny pillar are the following words: "This little life will spread its wings and soar through the skies." I thought we'd get another skip for that. Velvet, is this where Celica's buried? Yes, it is. Artorias. Alright. To the store. Hey, can I steal your hard-earned food you've made? Oh, sure, Velvet. We're glad to see you back here. Have a carrot. Velvet, will you be living here again, right? You will be. We'll do whatever we can to help out with Laphicet. Thanks. It means a lot. Not to change the subject, but have you gotten sexier since you were gone? Oh, come on, you creep. Not to change the subject, but what do you think about sacrificing children for the greater good of the world? Just, you know, asking for a friend. I pray every day that Laphicet wakes up soon. Laphicet talks in his sleep sometimes. He says things like, "I'm dead. Please be safe, sis." And now his sister is back home. I'm sure he'll recover in no time. Yeah, me too. Alright, everyone, get out your cameras. We're gonna capture a once-in-a-lifetime moment of Velvet smiling at some point. Give me one of your rat pigs or I'll stab you. I mean, hello.
It's been a long time, hasn't it, Velvet? I wanted to apologize to you for ages now.
Apologize? What for?
That business with Arthur. Back then, I said he seemed like a fraud. I know you took it pretty hard, but if he wasn't there 3 years ago, our village would have been destroyed.
He is a fraud.
I'm sorry I
Taurus.
doubted him.
I didn't trust him then either. I only realized how amazing of a person he was when he saved all of our lives. I'm ashamed of myself. All this time we've been feeling terrible, thinking we may have driven you to leave the village. Please, forgive us.
That's not... I didn't...
Where have you been these past 3 years? It must have been tough living on your own, without any family to help you. Sorry, you don't have to talk about it if it hurts. But if you ever feel like talking, we're here for you.
I know we can't make up for all the pain we put you through, but if there's anything we can do, just ask. And if you'd like, you're always welcome to come back. The whole village would welcome you with open arms.
You want me to tell you something about Artorias? If you need a hand with anything, let me know. It's no bother, honest. That's right. A ball will always be your hometown. I want that rat pig. Give it to me. Hooray! Velvet's back! Let's roast a whole rat pig and celebrate. That one right there. Enjoy your grass for now, rat pig, for it may be your last. It's been a while, Velvet. I've really grown up since the last time you saw me, right? I'm a whole inch taller now. Wow. Look how tall you've gotten. Oh, right. I already tried to open that earlier. Can I borrow more of your vegetables? Okay, that's where we're supposed to go.
I've stopped worrying. I've stopped worrying. I've stopped worrying. I've stopped worrying. Stopped worrying. I've stopped worrying. I've stopped worrying.
I know we're overly reliant on Arthur and the exorcists, but this village has changed. The exorcists taught us that there are things the demons hate. We can't defeat them, but we can keep them away.
It's peaceful now. Exorcists stop by on patrol every now and then. We haven't had a case of demon blight since what happened to your sister was horrible. But you and Laphicet should try to move on. Make the most of your lives.
I hope he wakes up soon.
I'm sure he will.
You know, back to the whole thing of there being no real issues with demon blight around here. I wonder if it's somewhat related to this whole illusion thing. I'm sure a lot's happened to you since you disappeared. But as long as you're back safe, that's what counts. You should probably get some rest. Your friends are welcome here too, of course. We don't have a lot, but feel free to stay as long as you like. Like, what if the whole continent is full of not humans? It would make sense why they wouldn't get demon blight if they're not humans. Maybe that's what's happening. What are you? Nico never stopped believing that you were alive somewhere out there. Ever since that day, she's been going to Taliesin every week to ask if anyone's seen you. Taliesin. Friends like that don't come around often. I wasn't planning on doing a really long episode today, but I'm totally going to now because I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. Defending the village is harder than ever, which makes your return all the more welcome. You're tougher and more reliable than the average man, after all. You'd better believe it. It's a nice, peaceful village. At first glance, anyway. You do what you need to. We'll be fine on our own. I still don't have any money. Velvet, you're back. Look, I've got another baby. Oh, a boy this time? Yeah, doesn't he look strong? Velvet, I'm getting married next month. He came back at just the right time. Promise you'll come to my wedding? Really? I wouldn't miss it for the world. Villager? Oh boy, this is gonna be even more tragic whenever bad stuff happens, and then we take the Therian, and then the entire village falls into chaos. If they're still human, I don't know.
Velvet! It's been forever! Great to see you. You haven't changed a whit.
What do you mean by that?
Have you seen Nico yet?
I have.
She's as full of life as she always was, right? Come to think of it, nothing's really changed much, has it?
I suppose not. By the way, how are Orthe and Russ doing?
Those pups haven't changed a whit either. They saw a guy with a big sword walking with a dour-eyed fellow in black. They freaked out and hightailed it.
That would be Rokuro and Aizen.
Those dogs are as cowardly as always.
So, what part of Velvet hasn't changed a whit?
She doesn't have any makeup on?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say maybe that's evidence for the fact that they're not real because they haven't aged, but no, he's just kind of, I guess, you know, you can say that in 3 years and overlook a lot of things. Oh goodness, I'm so very glad you're Save, Velvet. It was worth saying single all this time. Oh, is this the old lady again? I remember.
The coming of the Malachim are a gift from the Empyreans, a reward for our repentance and our renewed prayers. The Malachim are our blades against the demons, and the exorcists the hands that wield them. Humanity's hope.
You never change. Want me to take you home this time?
No! Don't treat me like I'm senile!
Okay.
Oh! It's you, Velvet. Be careful when fighting prickle boars.
If they charge you, punch them in the nose, right?
No! Throw sand in their eyes!
Sand in the eyes. Got it.
You finally started listening to me. You're 16. You've really grown.
Yeah.
16? But aren't you 19?
Leave her be.
She's old and senile, that crazy old hag.
Scout.
I can't help but notice that we've got 4 people in our party, Just in case we need to, fight some demon villagers. You always did look out for me, dear. Your brother's a good boy. He'll be just fine. Never let go of hope, Velvet. I won't. And thanks. I'd stay out of Tranquil Woods if I were you. Why's that? The rain has caused a lot of landslides. The road isn't there anymore. We'll need to make a new road, and when we do, we'll be counting on your help. I'll be glad to. Or maybe that's where you store the real humans. Out in Tranquil Road. Not so tranquil anymore now, is it? It's just like skeletons out there now.
Hey, could I get some eggs, milk, spinach, and tomatoes? And I'd love to know what cheese you'd recommend too.
You got it. And in celebration of your homecoming, I won't even charge.
Well, thank goodness I've got no money.
Like that, I'm sure Laphicet will wake up straight away.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
You're getting spinach? I can't really handle it myself.
You'll never grow up strong if you don't eat your spinach, young lady.
I've done just fine without it so far, thank you.
Oh, if you insist. I'll leave it out just this once.
Wow, Velvet. You must be special. Not many folks get to be friends with an exorcist.
She's not my friend.
The way you two bicker, I find that hard to believe.
Oh yeah, do you have any prickle boar?
Oh, I'm sorry to say that I'm out at the moment.
That's fine. I'll hunt some up myself in the Tranquil Woods. Just like old times.
Actually, there haven't been any prickle boars there lately. You should try the Morgana Woods instead.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks for the tip.
Oddly suspicious.
Alrighty.
Are you sure there's no prickle boars there?
To hunt some prickle boars.
Yeah, sure.
And that's not just where you store the bodies? Once Laphicet is better, you'll be back to your old life. Don't you worry. That boy is a strong spirit. He'll wake up before too long.
You don't like spinach, right, Eleanor?
Well, you know, I just... All right, it's true, but keep that between us, okay?
Velvet really seemed to be enjoying herself at the shop.
Quite. And she can really pick out a nice balance of foods while making every gulp count. She seems so cheerful and carefree.
That's the real Velvet. I'm sure of it.
Yes. An ordinary, dutiful, loving sister.
I wish she could have stayed that way. She could have lived a happy life, surrounded by her friends.
Just plain Velvet Crow, sister to Lord Artorias.
And maybe not Lord Artorias, but just plain Arthur.
A happy, ordinary life for an ordinary girl, with a kind family and supportive friends.
And then the calamity attacked. I did realize I can actually sell some things. Some of these items down here I have like 80 of or something. Yeah, like that balmy fluid. Yeah, we'll get rid of a bunch of that. It's not a lot of money, but it's a little bit. Alright, let's go hunt for some prickle boar and see if we see a seam in the reality or something. That's not a prickle boar. I'm sure that tastes disgusting. Okay, it's not too far away actually. I mean, it's not a bad strategy to, if you have the ability to cast this big illusion over your dead, over the bad guy, quote unquote, or good guy, whatever you want to call him.
For prickle boars. Keep your eyes on the thickets.
to go to their home village and fill it full of fakes, you know? It's a pretty smart idea. Being a bad guy or good guy, whatever you want to call the people opposite the forces of Velvet. Which might be the good guys, I'm not entirely sure. They're like evil good guys, like chaotic good, you know? That's kind of what they seem to be. Okay, I think the prickle boy's following me. Yeah.
I'll finish this now.
It's so weak.
Victory.
They didn't even like level them up to be close to my level. This is nothing.
This is hunting? We keep this up and who knows how many we'll bring home.
Okay, Velvet, you're getting a little creepy here. Stop it with your, like, giggly laugh. Where's the ripping and tearing? Okay, just a bit farther on. Like, it's actually starting to get to the point that it's making me a little bit nervous. She's too happy. Get out of here, Happy Velvet.
I'll finish this now.
This is how you hunt things. Yeah. Use your demon
They
powers.
want nothing.
Eat them. Alright. So yeah, just turn around actually. Wait. Oh, wrong way. Okay. It's like such a weak enemy, the prickle boar. It's like, oh man, we love to eat prickle boar, and then never again do we talk about the prickle boar.
Not even worth my time.
I think the only grade I'm getting is from KO-free victory and victory within like X seconds is mostly what I'm getting that.
Okay, this should be enough. Huh? What's wrong?
Nothing. I just feel a little sorry for them is all. I hear you. These prickle boars might have all been family. People can be so heartless.
Don't worry, we'll cook them all together.
I'd forgotten this feeling. But what can you do? At the end of the day, we have to eat just as much as they do.
Look at Velvet's face. It's kind of weird.
What can you do in this situation, indeed?
Magilu, you need to stop with your
Luffy's waiting for
foreshadowing.
us. We should run on home now.
Luffy.
Sure, be convenient if this other Laffy set wasn't here anymore. We'll just have to get rid of him. Can't have someone else stealing my spotlight. May not be the original Laffy, but I'm the best one. I've got more character development than that stupid kid. He's been dead the whole story.
Shopping, hunting, laughing with friends. That was how our life used to be, wasn't it?
Yes. It reminds me of my own past.
Huh? But wasn't your village... I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. The happy times I shared with my family, I still treasure those memories. And even after the attack, I've still been able to find happiness. Eating a good meal, making new friends.
And falling in love?
Yes, falling in...
Love?
Look what you made me say, Bienfu!
Oh.
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Falling in love.
Most every girl's happiest memories are of her first love, after all. Don't you think there was someone special out there Velvet had feelings for? A first love? Do you really think so?
That's enough of that talk, Bienfu. You sound like an old man.
No! I'm only 150 years old and already being treated like an old man!
But still, I would like to meet the guy Velvet first fell for.
I wouldn't.
I see. You're a guy.